For Pennsylvania, Keith Olsemer, former tight end at Penn State, is his coach. He's one of the more highly recruited players in Eastern Pennsylvania, and outstanding young man. He's not played football for an extended period of time. I believe he started playing in the 9th grade. Plays some basketball. He bends his knees very well. He jumps very, very well. He moves very well laterally on the basketball court. We watched him play. I think it's important to note that a lot of these guys we watched either in camp or we watched them play. And I think that there's a big upside when you watch a guy play in game film. We were able to watch Brandon play. He can play on either side of the ball. He's about 265 pounds right now, and he's young and he's still growing. About 6'4". Very fluid on the basketball court, as I said. And he's a dynamic person, and I think he's an outstanding young man and with great leadership qualities. And as he comes here, this will become his home, and he's going to flourish at Michigan State in every respect. So Brandon Clemons, outstanding player. Joe Heath, out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Mount Healthy. R.V. Crouch is his high school coach. Big, rangy guy, probably about the size of William Golston, about 6'6", 260 or 250 pounds. Very rangy, extremely athletic, was in our camp. We watched him play, was the player of the year or co-player of the year, Division II in the state of Ohio as defensive player of the year. Should be a dominant defensive lineman for us as we move forward. Many of these guys should. But he has the intangibles, I think, to rise to the top, and I think he has the physical ability to be outstanding in all respects here. So we're looking forward to him coming in 2010 and should be an early contributor. Damon Knox from Muskegon. Damon Knox, 6'5", 265 pounds, outstanding athlete, contact player, very powerful, reminds me a lot of Robert Smith, former All-American here, and plays still, I think he may be still playing in the league or just getting out. But very good athlete, exciting defensive lineman, bends his knees very effectively, was in our camp, hits the sled like you can't believe, great lateral movement, watched him play in games as we continue the process through the fall, and very highly recruited young man, and again, another young man that I think will play very early in his career here from a great program over in Muskegon, and Shane Fairfield was his coach there, and I think they've done an outstanding job, and that's a program certainly in this state that is always going to have players. So we're very excited about Damon, but he should be a tremendous football player for us. Matt Raimondo, as we traveled to Las Cruces, New Mexico. Matt was a guy that we identified early in the spring. We offered him a full scholarship. He's a guy that we watched in the spring. He was probably one of the highest recruited players in the Southwest. Had initially committed to Arizona State, but had a change of heart. Outstanding football program that they're at. Michael Bradley is his coach at Mayfield. They're the 5A, which is the largest division, state champions. And Matt is about 6'4", 285. Tough, competitive, sheds blockers very effectively. He's dominant, will be a very exciting player here, can hold the point. Reminds me probably of a lot of Tim Anderson when I was at Ohio State, just tough, very tough-minded young man. And so went out to El Paso and flew into El Paso, which is my birthplace. Brought back some memories, but very good football program, very well coached, a lot of structure. And they do things. They've got guys who have coached on the college level there, so it should be exciting to watch him as he comes in. Mark Scarpinato from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Jeff Mazarek is his head football coach at Marquette, and he was in our camp as well. We watched him play as well this season, and Mark runs extremely well for his size. Displayed great balance and power in camp, and just really outstanding technique. Ran very well, saw him play in 2010, as we said, very active, constantly working his hands and his feet anytime he gets tied up. And there's a knack to doing that. Rather than just going passive when you engage with somebody, working your hands, your feet allows you to get free, but will be a great player for us as well. We felt like we needed to take defensive linemen based on a couple position moves and also based on losing some people here in the very near future. So I think we filled some great needs there at that position, and Scarpinato will pay great dividends as well.